But first, we start with tracking the tropics. That system our weather team has been monitoring is now officially Tropical Storm Francine. We'll walk you through its projected path, plus we hear from Centerpoint.
We have 2,000 frontline workers and another 600 vegetation crews that are going to be working actively this week just on pre-storm activities.
Centerpoint says it is ready. Are you? We begin by taking a live look over Galveston Island. A lot of clouds over there. Good afternoon. I'm Sherman Chow with Kim Castro, and the good news is right now, it doesn't look like Houston will get a direct hit.
That's right. The forecast track has shifted towards the east. So let's get right to that cone from the National Hurricane Center. Tropical Storm Francine expected to maintain its tropical storm status throughout the day, then becoming a Category 1 hurricane by tomorrow. So by 7 o'clock, it's got 75-mile-an-hour wind speeds, maintaining Cat 1 strength as it makes a landfall on the Louisiana coast. Right now, looks like anywhere between Lake Charles to Lafayette, even as far east as New Orleans. Remember, this cone could shift, so it could continue to push closer to New Orleans or maybe scoot back. That's why I want you to keep up with the forecast as we continue to get more updates. Right now, Tropical Storm Francine still at 50 miles an hour. It's barely dropped in its pressure. It's gotten better organization. That's why it's a tropical storm, but it still has a long ways to go as far as its development, and it's got a lot of energy along with it. So because it has a big convective field, we're still going to see impacts from Francine, even though the track is towards the east. I'm going to stop the clock right there. So that's a snapshot at 11:30 tomorrow morning. Notice some coastal downpours, and that doesn't let up throughout the day. More rounds of heavy rain throughout the evening. Now you're looking at a snapshot at Tuesday, 9:30. So that's going to be something that is going to be delicate. Rounds of rain like that could have some issues for our coastal communities. But notice the big bullseye threat well off to our east at this point, looking like a landfall sometime between late Wednesday morning to the early afternoon time frame. Impacts here look like this. We're already under a coastal flood warning. This is until 1 o'clock on Wednesday. This area that's a little bit brighter is a coastal advisory, so lesser impacts expected for Matagorda, but the majority of the coastal erosion, the coastal flooding looks like it'll be for Chambers, Galveston, and Brazoria. That's going to be an impact we feel here. Scattered storms are going to be felt even as far north as Harris County. We could see them last through Wednesday morning. We'll have more updates for you throughout the day. Plenty more still to talk about when it comes to Francine. I'll have a full look at that forecast, guys, in just a couple minutes.
All right, thank you. And this afternoon, city and state leaders are in preparation mode, as are thousands of Centerpoint energy workers. Devon Raming live with a look at those preparations. Devon.
Well, Sherman, from the city to the coast, officials say crews have been out since this weekend trying to get ahead of what this storm could potentially bring. Starting today along the coast, leaders with the Galveston Island Beach Patrol say they'll be out removing equipment from the beach as part of their safety preps. And across the city of Houston and the metro area, Centerpoint officials speaking on KHOU 11 Morning News this morning say they're pre-staging 2,000 frontline workers and another 600 vegetation workers as part of pre-storm maintenance in the event of widespread power outages.
In the event we have an event, a large outage event that we need to respond to, we have secured an additional 5,000 crews and an additional 7,000 vegetation management workers that will be ready to respond if needed.
Now, Houston Mayor John Whitmire released the following statement saying, in part, "Our readiness efforts include pre-positioning generators, deploying high water rescue vehicles, and ensuring increased staffing levels across essential departments." Now, Centerpoint is urging its customers to keep an eye on its outage tracker for any outage updates. That's where you'll be able to find when power will be restored if you happen to be one of those who loses power over the next few days. Live in Houston, Devon Raming, KHOU 11 News.
All right, thank you, Devon. As always, be sure to download our free KHOU 11 mobile app. Now is a good time so you can follow the forecast.